This is a rectangle, and I'm going to use it for circles. If you hear buzzing, it's because I have 2 bees in here, and I have no clue how to get rid of them. There were 3, but I was able to take one out by throwing my planner at it, and I've sprayed these ones with Fabuloso, which would totally take me right out, almost did. And they just don't seem to want to die. And they land for like long periods of time, and then they just get all worked up, and I don't know what to do about them, because I can't really get any bee spray because I've got a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I can't get it all nasty, so we're just coexisting together in this world. So how this started, where's the picture I was going to put on my front? I was going through my en masse stuff to create a video doing some pages in there. And as I was looking through that stuff, I found my little pouch of circles. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to put this here. This is some duct tape I got at Hobby Lobby, and I don't think anything's going to glue to it. So we might have to just glue around it. So I'm looking through my circles, and I'm like, see, the bees landed somewhere. Now they're just like quiet. And I'm like, I've got a lot of circles. And I said, you know what? Why don't I just dedicate an entire journal to circles? Because I've got lots of round things. I save pictures of bowls, you know, from like decor magazines and home magazines. I've got lots of bowls, which are, and plates, which are round. I have tons of watches, which, you know, yeah, we use watches for other things. But my God, how many watches do you need for real? So I got tons and tons of watches. And just lots of round things that I'm like, you know what, some of it I don't know what to do with. Because there's plenty you could do with it, but when you have so much of certain things, you got to draw a line somewhere. So I said, you know what? I got to cover that up right there. It's like words. I'm like, I'm going to just make a round. I'm just going to put a bunch of round things in a rectangle. The rectangle, this is a magazine that I did. It was one of the magazines I harvested. So I'm just using up the magazine that I harvested, you know, instead of putting the sides, instead of making some whole special thing. This was headed for the dump, so why not just use this? And I really like this, but I want it to go this way, but it's too big. So that's where I'm at. We are putting a bunch of circles on this magazine journal that I created years ago. I made a circle book. I did not make it. I altered it. It was like an advertisement book in the shape of a circle, but it was only like 3 or 4 pages. And I'm not going to lie, I have no idea where to even begin to look for that right now. I know it exists, and I know I've seen it sometime in the last year. I just don't know where I have seen it. So, yeah, so we're going to just kind of wing it, you know. So we're going to use this rectangle to glue in our circles. And I'll show you like the types of pages that I have, so you can kind of get an idea of what I take out of magazines for some bizarre reason. These bees are seriously going to be the death of me today. I can't handle these bees today. I have no clue what their beef is. What their beef, get it? Because they're bees and bees. I'm so funny. I totally don't know what their beef is, but I'm over it. I was like at war with them for about a half an hour in here, and finally I said, Malia, either leave the building or do something about the damn bees. This is what I get. This is what I take out all the time. These things with these, you know, table settings with these cool looking plates. Ooh, look, we got those there too. We might be able to use both. So anyway, I get these, and because I like the patterns, what the hell am I going to do with them? I mean, I add them to stuff, you know, but how much stuff can you possibly add? So then this morning, I've been doing some fussy cutting in the kitchen, so then I cut out these pearls, which are clearly circles. So we're going to totally add these puppies. Piece at a time, though. I'm going to start with the front here. And I also got some really cool stuff for my color journal. More specifically, the purple. Just coincidence that I managed to find 3 really purple things. So I don't know, have I done a purple page yet? Because if I haven't, we are going to be doing some perp. I don't remember what I've done. Like, that's sad. I know I've done green because I remember the celery jello. I remember the green. I remember the red. I don't remember if I did purple or not. I don't remember. My God, I'm brain dead. Okay. Just however it lands. It almost goes all the way. See, it almost, like, so close. Not quite, but so close. So we might have to put something there. Find something. How about this? It's the circle at the end of the circles. Or the Ritz at the end of the gems. We'll put the Ritz. But, you know, there are a lot of very pretty round things in this world that you can cut out of things. So, yeah. So I said, you know what? We're going to just put a whole bunch of circles in a book. I got to figure out how I'm going to put circle. Maybe I'll put it down here. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a circle, you know, like a planar circle, and add it. You know, we got time. Okay, we got time. So I also went through and splashed some paint on some of these pages. I didn't do this on camera because all I did was squirt paint on the pages, take a brush and sloop it out, and dry it with my heat gun. That is all I did. I have plenty of videos doing stuff like that. So this one here, some of the paint was really... So we'll start on this page. Now, if I am doing this, I will, of course, have circles to fold over to the other side. Of coursingly, okay? So like this, and I can also put this in the center. I mean, who cares, right? This, I think this here is a center circle. It wants to be, oh, look at how nice that mouth is, right? This wants to be in the middle of a page. It wants to be the star of a page. I just have not been in video mode these last few days, and it probably isn't going to make a single lick of difference to you because I'm probably still going to share the videos that I have saved, but, you know, I have been in cleaning mode, just catching up on things in the house and in here because we're going to start working on the building next week. So we are, you know, we have some prep work to do before we start doing the work. You know, I hate when I have jobs to do before I can get a job done. It just drives me insane. And it's like my whole life is that way. My whole life is jobs to get accomplished before I can do jobs. Okay. I like this, but of course we're going to have to cover up them voids. Put a penny there? No, barely covers it. Not even close. Uh-oh. I just heard a dog bark somewhere. Like, close. We don't have a dog, so I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But, just one more journal to add to my collection of journals that I have for some bizarre reason. For some bizarre... I know all of us do, though, right? If you're watching this channel and you have done this stuff before, then you very well have more than one book. They might not all have these themes like I have, but you definitely have multiple books. I can tell you right now. I don't even have to look at your face to know that if you're watching me, you got a collection. Unless you're new, and then if you're fresh blood to this, I'm going to cut this. This is way too square, so we're just going to cut it like a design, like something like this. If you're new to this lovely craft, you're in for some trouble, because you're going to have 57 of these things too. Maybe not all the themes, but you're definitely going to find yourself with like multiple journals to do things in. I admire those people who have one junk journal and they do everything in it. I really do. I admire them for that, because I cannot do that. I am forever changing things, and I am always in a different mood for different projects, and you know, I get into different types of glue zones and art zones. Vera and I made a video yesterday where Vera showed me how to make a fall card. So I'm thinking about incorporating some of her video into my next Halloween journal video, which will be a ton of fun. She was so funny in making this whole thing up as she went along. She had no clue. She was like, we're going to take the pencil. She had to think for a second, what the hell can we do with a pencil? She was adorable. Put one of these earrings. And that's another thing too, is like a lot of jewelry is round. Now I'm not saying everything is going to be a perfect circle. I might have ovals too. Okay. This is the book without corners. This is the book with corners without corners. The book has corners, but the content will be without corners. This, like, I did a whole bunch of these where I backed a whole bunch of magazine images on book page a long time ago, like when I was trying to find new ways to use up book pages. And yeah, so I'm still coming across these in my stash of stuff. So if you buy fussy cuts from me, you might also come across them. You might also have some. This is cool, right? But like this guy, I don't want the dude, man. I just don't want the dude. This page comes with circles, so we're going to just add to it. Why is my nose acting up all of a sudden? What did you guys do to my nose? I start recording, and my nose starts revolting against me. You know, since I've started these videos, though, since I've been doing these journals, I find that I've been wanting to do the covers first, which is usually not my go-to. I usually add to the cover as I go, but, you know, yesterday when I was thinking about doing this, I said, you know what, like, I am gonna totally put this on the cover and this, and like I was coming up with all these things that I could put on the cover, and then when I cut out those pearls, I was like, that's it, cover is done. That's gonna have to sit for a minute because it's in the gutter. And then like look at all those circles, right? Cover up this yak. Is that supposed to be a yak? What is that thing? I've been cutting a lot of the arts and antiques magazines. I've been getting into the fussy cutting of those that I've harvested on video. You've seen me harvest these magazines. So I have been working on those, and I've been working on getting those out of my hair, you know, and cutting all the stuff up off of them. And I'm going to tell you what, I have got an eclectic collection of weird ass images from these books. Like weird, I'm putting this way because I'm going to cover up this weird orange half a person, which is what that is. That's like someone's sweater. I'm going to put it here. And then I can put this coin down here, right? It's going to be weird because I'm not going to be able to cover up these things with a line. I mean, I guess, right? Why couldn't you add trim and lace even though I'm gluing all circles? Why couldn't I put like a piece of ribbon there? I don't know. We'll find something. Maybe I'll find a strip of circles like these planets. I could totally put the planets there, right? Right? Do I want to? Is that something we want to do? I don't know how I feel about that. But, you know, then I got cool pictures like this that has a bunch of circles on it. And then I've still got like a bunch of small circles that I haven't gotten to yet. So, yeah. It's just a circle world that we live in. It's just a round world, okay? The world goes round. Okay, I guess we'll leave that for now. We're going to leave that? I guess we're going to leave that for now. So maybe this size is going to be hard with the circles. Maybe it's going to be tough. This is like some fancy-ass Connect 4 game. Like, those are some fancy-ass dominoes. It's supposed to be, you know, I don't know. It's like Restoration Hardware quality Hasbro games. Like, if you don't know what Restoration Hardware is, they have catalogs. Occasionally, I request some of their catalogs. They are free. And their home decor things are so ridiculous expensive. They are not ridiculous in appearance. They are very bland most of the time, in my opinion. But they are some kind of ridiculous. Ooh, the Ritz. Ritz. Look at more circles on this one. We're totally going to put the Ritz on here. Putting on the Ritz. Get it? See what I did there? Totally missed the gluing. Totally missed it there. Does this glue wrinkle? I had somebody ask me this on one of my video comments. Yes, it does wrinkle. It does. I don't care. I don't care in this setting, you know, because this is mine. I don't mind the wrinkles at all in the things that I'm doing for me. Like if I was doing something kind of on the fancier side, I try and coordinate my adhesives properly to the project so that it comes out as clean and nice as possible. Which is basically what we all do, right? That's what we all do. We try and make things as nice as we can make them. As art people. I guess I could put this here. I guess I could like fill this up with some of these. Because like I have this one down here, up here, over here. I could just add these to it. Now I'm going to have to find all those watch faces. I had them all in their own little envelope. But then I mixed them all in with my other collage stuff. So now I'm going to have to like unmix them. No, I probably won't take all of the watch faces. I have a bunch in here already. And I have a bunch of like larger ones. I'll show you. Like I've got these full page puppies. This is all crinkly because it's all been sprayed with cleaner. So it's disinfected, you know. But I like this and I kind of like the whole thing. So I might put the whole thing. I don't know. I might do like this whole thing as a page. I don't know yet. We're going to put the Earth on here because Earth, you know, it's important. It's an important place. Unless you're Elon Musk, then Mars is the only important place. Oh no. I think another problem too that I'm having, and I'm not, it's my channel and I could say whatever I want, but I'm not going to really get into it. But one of the things I think too is it's really hard for me to enjoy making, I can create when I'm in a funk, but making videos is hard for me when I'm in this weird mindset, which is what I have been in. Just recent things in our country, you know, without getting political, it's everybody else's politics, really, that's bothering me really bad. And I've been getting a lot of friend requests from art people and people trying to sell me their crap for the most part. Like a lot of jewelers. I don't buy jewelry. I don't know why I'm getting all these requests from like these really fancy wire wrapping people, because that's never really been what I've been about, but apparently they're all adding me. So anyway, some of these people I'm adding, circle down on the floor, but some of them I have not been. And one of the things that I do before I add somebody is I look at their profile. I don't care what kind of crafting that you do. I don't care if you're gonna, you know, I don't care if you're gonna buy stuff from me, you know, we can network. If you have political crap, and not just political beliefs, I mean the crap, the full-fledged lying sacks of crap posts that has created this divide in our country. If you feed into that, I do not add you. If I see some kind of statistic from some total bullshit source, that most of them don't even have a source. Most of them are just a photo. But anyways, if it's some totally bullshit statistical crap and, you know, you're sharing this stuff and spreading this horrible information, I have no reason to have you in my life. And I've been deleting a lot of people too for their political stupidity. So if we're friends and I have deleted you, it's probably because of your politics. And I'm sorry, but you're going to have to start getting your facts straight for real. Because, like, I research things, you know, I research things. I look into things. And most of the stuff, not most of it, I'm going to say all of the stuff that I see on Facebook that's at all political is fake, is lies, is total crap. From both sides. I mean, you know, you keep looking for things until it fits your political agenda, and then that's what you share with the world. That you're a problem. You're part of the problem. Because anybody could find something to fit their agenda, you know. Let's cut it all the way around because it looks like unfinished business there. So anyway, that's my TED Talk for today. I'm not going to get into it, but that, you know, the funk of society, you know, in recent years, I'm going to say since COVID, COVID really destroyed our species as, you know, civilized beings. It really did. There is not a whole lot of good things that came out of COVID. I mean, unless someone died that you wanted to die, then, you know, that would be good. If you wanted them dead. But anyway, you know, nothing good came of it. Nothing. We have become selfish. We have become greedy. We have become ignorant to everything around us that doesn't fit our personal crap, you know? So it's getting harder and harder to shrug off things when it's so much everywhere. And every interaction and every encounter, it's just, that's been my problem. I'm having a hard time cleansing myself of this hatred. I don't hate. I mean the hatred around me and in this world, you know. I'm just having a hard time separating myself from those emotions, which used to not be difficult for me. You know, it used to be pretty easy for me to just, oh, you know, that's so sad. And I sit with that for a minute and then I move on and learn from it. But I'm having a really hard time learning anything from these horrible things happening in this country. The only thing that I know for sure is that our species is we're going downhill fast. We are going downhill fast. So yeah, I'm just trying to get by, really, day by day. Day by day, just trying to glue my paper, cut my pictures, and clean my house and my shop and my soul. That's all I'm doing. No big deal. I really like this. Like, I want 100 of these. I don't know if I should put this in my color journal though, because of the rainbow. So I'm having a hard time thinking of a place for that, because I have an ulterior motive. I like these little dots. Like, this is definitely a circle. I'm sorry, this is definitely circles made into like this star thing. So I don't know how I want to do this one. These magazine journals are really easy to make. Oh, see, this is gonna beef up quick. I might have to rip some of the pages out. I did not rip all of, I don't think I ripped enough of the pages out, which is this thing is gonna be huge, but I might rip some out, like, before I get too far. I might go in and take some out. All you do is just fold each page in, and then you got a rectangle. So I can't, I can show you how I do it if you're interested, but it's all over the internet. I did not come up with this concept. I did not come up with this concept, okay? I promise. I don't think I've come up with any concepts. I just copy. I'm just a copycat. We all are. We all just do that. We all just copy each other's ideas. I really do try and put my own twist on things, though. Sometimes, like, if there's something I'm really interested in trying, or a style that I'm really into, I will do something similar to the person who I got the idea from to start with, and then as I do more of that thing, I will change things up. Like these altered sardine cans that I'm going to be making, that I haven't started making yet, but I'm going to work on. I have some ideas saved, like some pictures saved of these different things to do in a sardine can. So, I'm going to rip this one out. So I've got these, these ideas from this person, and I might take some of those ideas and not really copy it, but use the same kind of layout in there with my own stuff, because that's another thing too. How can you copy someone unless you have all the same stuff? And the type of things that I use to craft, people don't have this stuff, except for like the paper pads from, big stores. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try and make it my own, but I just don't know. Sorry, I'm over here just picking at this book now, and it's really just getting to me, this stupid crap. I do like this, and I like the whole streak of paint. So I'm gonna cut this roughly, and we're gonna use this whole shebang on a shebang. We have a birthday party this weekend. My daughter's friend who lives down the road and switched to homeschooling this year. So I kind of feel bad because, like, my daughter has a handful of friends in school, and the friend that she really likes switched to homeschool, which isn't a big deal because she lives right down the road. But then there's another girl that she started to become friends with who moved to a different district. So then she was like, she's kind of beside herself. I could cover up this ugly guy, I guess, with this watch. She's kind of beside herself because she doesn't, you know, she gets these friends and they're all just leaving. So I feel bad. She's not like in rough shape or anything, but, you know, I'm going to paint this white. Sorry, dude, you're ugly. Sorry, ugly dude, but you are not circle enough for me. You would not make a pretty circle. I'm not even going to cover the whole thing white, just this part. Just so you can't tell. Look, there's still green. Look at the green in my brush. And yellow. It might still be some teal and blue in there too. Can you tell I have crud all over the bottom of my paintbrush cup? This is pretty much almost dry. The air has been very dry here, so it's worked out well. Oh my god, like I got 2 bees and a fly in here. I'm just wildlife. Like I said, I already killed one though. I threw my planter on one, so there were 3 bees in here. I think it's because it's been cooler here, and today and the next few days are going to be up in the 80s. Saturday's supposed to be like near 90. So I think what's happening is these bees, because these animals, they get cold in the winter, and, you know, then they cannot move. I've done lots of studying of bees that are too cold to move, just to see how they behave, mainly because I live in a place where there's just a ton of bugs and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they start to, you know, get their movement back and stuff. But anyway, so they don't move much. So I'm assuming with this warm weather, it's got them all crazy, you know. They're all out and about now because it's warm. So they think, oh, you know, this is my time. I must go gather food. But these 2 guys ain't going to get no food in here. They're just going to die. Because I tried to be nice about it and to guide them to the outdoor world, and they didn't take my guidance. So yeah, that's not my problem. Okay, their ignorance is not my problem. See, they belong in this world. They belong in this society because they were too stupid to figure out the guidance and the right way to go. They belong in America because Americans are becoming that way. Sorry, the bitterness is creeping in again. I gotta settle down here. Gotta settle down. I was gonna cut that watch out, but I really like this, mainly because I like this color, bluish, purplish, dark colored background. So like I have this, right? And another thing too is like if I have things to fussy cut for this, and if I have to do it on video, circles are very easy to fussy cut. There's not a whole lot of work involved, right? I like the lemon. What did I just see though that I wanted out of there? I like this plate. Some of these Fisker scissors that I've had for a long time. The ones that I'm using in my house right now for fussy cutting, I've had for a long time. And it's weird because then I come down here and I use these ones and they cut so much smoother. I mean, those other ones, though, they've got miles. I mean, I bet you they have thousands of miles of cutting on each one. I mean, no lie. I do some hardcore cutting. I do some bulk fussy cutting for real. Like in the last few days, I've probably done 200 or 300. I've gotten rid of 200 or 300 pages that needed to be fussy cut, that had stuff to fussy cut. Okay. Another poof. So yeah. It's just weird. And I know I got to just change out those scissors. You know, I should just bring these ones up. But the reason why I don't is because the ones I'm using up there are red. They're bright red. And they're very noticeable on my kitchen table when my table's full of crap. So I can see the redness. I can see them. I can see them. I got a bunch of small circles. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to go through some of my stuff maybe and find some big circles. Oh, I could put this rectangle in there. Only because it's a rectangle full of circles. Right? This is old. This paper is yellowing, this magazine page. I don't know how long I've had this. I mean, some of these images I've had for 20 years or more. That's how long I've collected images for. 20 plus years of image collections. And put this down here. And then up there we could put some smalls, you know. I should probably figure out now if I'm going to rip out any more of these pages, because I'm slowly but surely putting something on a page. On every page. You know. Ooh, stoplight. Totally circle-licious. Nah, we don't need the stoplight there. Ooh, these plates though, right? I don't have to cut them both out individually. I can do like an 8, right? How about that? I'll put it like this, so it's like kind of at an angle. So yeah, what do you think? I might cut circles out too, because, you know, I got punches. I got circle punches. I got circle dies. So maybe I will punch some circles out. Oh, hey. My neighbors. Oh no, I know one of my neighbors is here, but one of them must be gone because the other neighbor's going up to feed the horses. That's funny. You know, I might punch out circles from different painty papers or something. I can do that. As much as, you know, I really like found objects, so I really like found circles. Like, what do you think? I mean, what kind of things, what kind of circle things would you do? I did a collage one time on an index card, the one and only time I tried doing iCads, which I failed miserably. One whole page was a bunch of little punched out circles that I put on. They looked like scales from a fish or something. That was fun. I did that. It was a long time ago. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I'm probably going to call it here, though. I'm probably going to end this here because I don't want to bore you too much. I don't want to make my videos too long because I could just sit here for hours, like for real, and just circle. Figure out what pages I'm going to get rid of. Can't get rid of that one. I guess I could get rid of this one, right? There's nothing there besides the weird yak. The hell wants a frickin' yak? I probably would have cut him out if he wasn't, if he wasn't, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't cut him out. I didn't, though. I don't know why. Okay. Don't grill me for my lack of yak. See, I really like this blue. I could, like, rip this out. Some boobies on this one. That's not really appropriate. It's not really appropriate for a circle journal. Let's see. I've already done some stuff. I guess I could take this one out. See, like I took a lot of these books and I took a lot of these art pictures out of them, you know. Let's see. All right, that frees up some space. Maybe I can find one more page in the front. Probably not. Because I mean, I could do this one. We'll do this one. Then we can say, like, you know, we've made some room in here. We've made some room. All right, we're going to do something for the front, you know, for the title. But yeah, this is it. This is what we've done so far. I painted some random crap. We've glued some random crap. Glued more random crap. I'm going to put more on this page too, you know. More stuffs. Random ice cream. Plates for some reason. This one. This one. This one. And this one. So that's what we've done. So I'll see you in the next one.